Mafia. It's time for that. Culture for the Streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. When we gonna get sick of seeing people go through certain things and us not being the reason that we make fun of them or enhance the situation for our own purposes, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing about recently, it been on my head. And when I say this, I'm talking about Gillie and Wallo. Because as we all know, Gillie the Kid lost one of his sons. And this is a tricky situation, you know what I'm saying? Because my firstborn was my son. So, to get on the internet and see certain people, and when I say certain people, I'm going to say Hassan Campbell, because he known for doing this. It's a common thing that he do this. He always out of pocket. And we know why he do this, because you can be courteous towards people's families. You can send your condolences, your prayers, but you never do that. You always attack the family. You always say something degrading about the victim of the situation, bruh. In this case, you talking about Gillie the Kid. Now, me personally, you know, some people gonna get on this blog and they gonna speak about what's going on, and they gonna speak about certain things. I done been to Philly. I done been to West Philly, and I done been to South Philly. I posted a video last year sometime walking through South Philly, recording, yelling for Wallo and Gillie, like I was looking for Wallo and Gillie, because I look up to them in a certain form and fashion, because a lot of things that I'm into right now, by following them and listening to them, they guided me in all the right directions, and I did all the things that they was throwing out in the atmosphere, and them things worked out for me too. So when I look at $1 million worth of game, to me, it's a valuable podcast, because it's not a whole lot of podcasts out there that really give you the game on how to succeed and be an entrepreneur, a small business pusher, any of that. When we talk about legitimacy, situating legitimacy in your life, you feel me? So I look up to Wallo and Gillie in a lot of different ways, and I know they both come from the streets on top of that. So to see Hassan Campbell, matter of fact, man, hold on, man, check this out.
It took care of everybody around me. You explain to me how Wallo and Gillie got $100 million worth of game. For everybody else's kid, you can see the downfall of Young Thug, but you couldn't see your son in the street getting his snot box rocked with all that jewelry on.
But getting likes and shares and subscribers, that's a temporary thing sometimes. And when we talk about something as touchy and sensitive as this, it might not be as touchy and sensitive to you as it is to the loved ones of that person. You see what I'm saying? Keep in mind, the person that you talking about got loved ones that's watching you talk about them in a outlandish manner. Yet you doing it, people partaking in it. Listen, I ain't even click on the video. It was brought to me. You know what I'm saying? My homie screen recorded it and sent it to me and let me see what was going on. Because I'm not clicking on ignorance like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's just total ignorance, and I ain't no ignorant dude. You feel me? So, to contribute to foolishness and indulge in mockery, I'm not going to do that. You feel me? Condolences to Gillie the Kid, his family, his other kids. You see what I'm saying? Because Philly, we all know Philly got a dark cloud over it, man. Philly, a very violent place. And it's made different. Philly not the type of place where you can stand on the block and a nigga jump out and you can strike through the yard. You can strike between the house. You can hit the backyard, hit the fence, and be out. Ain't none of that. Philly a city full of row houses. So for you, in order for you to escape the nigga that's walking down on you, because they walking down. you got to take off straight down the street. And the going to take off right down the street after you. It's a different setup. So when people come for you, it's a big chance a lot of times that you're not going to get away because the way Philly is set up, it just don't got cuts like that. It just don't got space between the houses like that. Ain't no backyard. It's a lot of stuff going on with the way Philly's set up. So when certain things like that transpire, you got to understand that people gonna lose in them situations because the way it's set up in them areas. And like I said, I done walked around West Philly. I done walked around to experience South Philly. I done been out there, so I got to see like the difference in how they hoods are set up, how they streets is set up, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But once again, like I said, man, shout out to Wallo and Gillie kid, man, and condolences to their family. And we gotta stop pushing negativity upon people when they going through the things that they going through, and it's something that they going through that way on their shoulders. Because as bloggers and as people that report the media and what's going on in the culture, we attack us more than anybody attack us, bruh. Nobody attacks us more than we attack each other. Look at what Hassan doing. And I'm pointing this out because Hassan got a big following. So for y'all to partake in a nigga that sit there and constantly throw hot water on people that's going through certain things, it show a lot about y'all too, man. And I don't want that type of energy. I'm really outside, so I don't need nobody doing that right there. We ain't going out like that. And it's just like that. It's time for that culture for the streets. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you stay tuned. Latch off the door. It's on the floor. Just like that.